All right, what we have here is a quadratic equation, x squared minus 45 minus 45. X squared minus 4x minus 45. We have it in what we call standard form. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So again, this is what we call standard form. And what I want to do is go from standard form to factor form. And the way we basically again go from standard form, this form here, x squared minus 4x minus 45, to factor form is by applying the x method. So for the x method, what I need is here on this space a times c, the space here on the bottom, I need the value of b. Well, for my equation that I'm working with, my a, even though it's not there, is a positive one. My b is not just 4, it's negative 4. My c is also the same, it's not just 45 but negative 45. So again, a times c would be 1 times negative 45, which is negative 45. And the value of b is negative 4. So to find my factor form, again, I'm using the x method. And what I need in the two remaining spaces is two numbers that multiply to negative 45 but add up to negative 4. Again, two numbers that multiply to negative 45 but add up to negative 4. And those two numbers would be negative 9 and positive 5. Now, negative 9 times positive 5 is negative 45. But when I add negative 9 and positive 5, I get a negative 4. Now, what I like to do is, I only have 1x squared. So here I like to divide by just 1x. And I'm done with the hard part. Second part is, how do I write it now as factor form? Well, from these two here, I'm going to get my two factors. So again, now I'm going to have y equals, my first factor is going to be x minus 9. Now again, why minus 9? Well, because that's a negative 9. And then for my second factor, what I have is x plus 5. Now, y plus 5, well, other factor, or the other number was positive 5, so I have to put a positive 5. And again, I went from standard form to factor form by applying the x method. Now, the form doesn't change the graph. Both of these, standard form and factor form, they still represent the same graph. It's just a different form. So now, if I wanted to go from factor form back to standard form, what I would do is the FOIL. And doing FOIL is basically just distributing the x and the negative 9 to x plus 5. So let me do that real quick. So what I'm going to do is x times x and x times 5. So again, x times x is x squared. X times positive 5 is positive 5x. Now I'm going to distribute the negative 9. Negative 9 times x and negative 9 times 5. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. Negative 9 times positive 5 is negative 45. And make sure that we combine these two like terms. So what I have is still my x squared, positive 5x minus 9x. When I combine these two, I have more negatives, so I end up with negative 4x. And I have my negative 45. So again, now I went from factor form back to standard form by doing FOIL or distributing, which is what we're really doing.